Welcome to the Base Camp Barn Project. This week we hook up some outside lights. We get our granite countertops installed. We even get hot water and a dishwasher and a running sink. We got a lot going on, so come along with us. Alrighty, we got some progress today. Obviously, we've already had the refrigerator in, so it's been running. We got ice because the doggy likes ice. Got the dishwasher placed and ready to go until we get the sink, but it's wired, ready to go until we get the sink put in so we can get it to work. But it fits beautifully. We've got a range induction cooktop, so it's gotten hot super quick. And what's the first thing we're going to cook? First thing we're going to cook, a little bit of spaghetti. So we're going to do simple camping spaghetti with a few ingredients here. We don't have a way to wash dishes or drain pasta, but we can figure that out. But the other cool thing that's happened here is we got a washer and dryer working. We've already done 2 loads. So that's fantastic. I don't have any leaks that I can tell so far, so it's all working. We got power to a few places. We got some lights. We're still playing with what size wattage bulb to put up there. These are 25s and they're really cool looking, but I don't think they're bright enough, but we'll have to check it out when it gets a little darker. But here we are, I'm trying to cook on this induction cooktop. You gotta have the right pans to do that. You gotta be steel or cast iron or a special stainless. Don't have countertops yet, so I'm just using an old cutting board. But yeah, it's kind of cool. What do you think about all the black outlets and switches? I think they're cool. I think it's going to go good with all the black pieces that we're putting in. So anyway, that was basically today. Only one trip to the store. I had to get pigtails for this and a pigtail for the washing, for the dryer. But it feels good to get a few things working here. It really does. So I'm kind of happy. We're getting progress, getting things going, getting closer. A little bit, one thing at a time. Progress is progress. Well, today's project is to finish up the electrical, I think, inside of the living space as much as we can. We've got one problem though. We've got power all the way across on this wall to this outlet, and then no power on this wall or this outlet over here, or this outlet over here, or some of these switches here. Like we can turn on and off those lights, but we can't turn on and off the kitchen lights. So we don't have lights, we don't have power here either. So we're trying to remember what the heck we did. And there's no way I have any video of that because I didn't take a video and look at every wire. So hopefully we'll be able to resolve that. I can't quite remember. We need more people to remember what they did, as I didn't wire any of this. We're still working on outside siding. That's probably a morning project here while the wind is down. And then when the wind picks up, we'll do some more inside projects. I'm hoping the electrician shows up today. Our damaged water heater should be getting picked up today, and the other one should be getting delivered Monday. Today's Thursday. So in the other side of the weekend. Lots of stuff going on. So it's been super windy outside all day because a front's passing through. So I've been working on getting our first sink in. Yay, it's in. It's working. We got water. We got a drain. It's a good wash basin. We used to use it for my competition barbecue when we were outside, you know, barbecuing. Outside was stalled because of all the wind, because I got these long sheets to put up and it's hard to do by yourself with wind. Alrighty, we're on the west side here in the sunshine on a beautiful day. It's gorgeous. There's hardly any clouds, but might be a fire over here. That looks like a fire cloud to me. But I'm up here trimming out the garage doors. So I got these things all in here. Ooh, they're hot because they're in the sun. And then I got this flashing on top of it. That's what you're supposed to have to help protect this wood. And I'm really thankful to be closing off this foam block. What a chore it's been, but what a job it's going to be doing for us here in the near future, as far as insulation and having a thermal mass inside of there. It's taking a ton of nails, so we're nailing everything. This takes nails, you nail this down, and then the 2.5 strip that covers up the nails gets nails. So it's like, golly, we're using a lot of nails, even though there's no wood here, or very little wood. As soon as I get past this garage door, we'll be basically into the area for where the porch roof is going to go. So I basically need to stop, define where my porch roof is, get my ledger board up. We'll be putting siding underneath the ledger board. Once we get to where above the ledger board, I got to have flashing, we got to have room for the steel on top, you know, and stuff like that. So we'll have to define where that is and maybe put these panels up without putting any nails in the bottom so that we can slide stuff underneath it once we get to that point. Because I want to try to get all the siding on here in the next couple of days. Well, that's one thing I didn't plan on, or didn't think about and plan ahead for, was how to get our internet, which is over here by our power, by the shed, into the building. We've dug 3 trenches and holes and stuff for all the electric and water and sewer, but I didn't put any trenches or pipe or conduit in for internet or coax cable or anything. So when we had the power trench open, we buried some conduit. It starts over there by the power plug. It's coming underneath here. I fed it through behind the rock down there. I've cut this channel all the way up that'll go into the attic from over there by the shed, and we'll cover it all up with siding here and stuff, so you'll never see it. But that's the next step here, is clean up the mess before the wind blows it all over the place, because I made quite a mess. That's just one of the things I missed, and luckily we were able to fix it here before we got everything finished. Yeah, our water heater showed up this afternoon, and then we unwrapped it and doesn't seem to be any damage. So we'll get that going on in the next day or two here, because we're getting close to getting everything for it. I got the flexible cables to go to it. I got PEX stuff. After seeing how this goes with this water heater as far as my drain, because I'm going to drain this water heater, overflow, emergency overflow, into a sink dishwasher hose. And we'll see if that all works out the way I hope it does. Because the water heater over here is going to be for the floor heat. It's going to be a smaller unit. but I still have to have a drain somewhere, so I might end up putting a pipe into here and using that as my drain out to the wall or to the outside place for that one, for the emergencies. This afternoon a lumber guy came by and I started doing my calculations on our covered porch, drawing things and measuring things and calculating how many pieces and how many square feet and blah blah blah. So I got that roughed out and sent off to him, so hopefully he can get us a quote here pretty quick and get started on it. I told him I need to at least get the ledger board so I can put up the ledger outside and carry on with all the siding. Somewhere in this range is where the roof is going to overhang for the porch here. So I can't side anymore until I get a ledger board up and see where the roof is going to be so I can put siding up to it and on top of it. So that might be another 2 weeks or something before I get ledger board. So I got to come up with 2 weeks worth of work here. Siding is coming along pretty good. I got my sticks up, my battens up to here, and I can finish that in the morning. I've got our garage door trim painted because it came in this brownish color and I wanted black and they didn't have black, but he said you just spray paint it. So once again I'm painting more stuff, but that's painted and ready to go up, and I gotta paint the other 2 doors worth of stuff and I can get that stuff up. Got a little bit of work to go around this electrical box, but all the battens, I can cover up all these gaps with batten material and make it look really pretty. And then I can also do our lights, get our lights set. That takes a little bit of work and paint. Here's the lights up close. These things are pretty cool. We like them. We're doing a black square. So this house here, we're looking at square black everything. We got square black outlets with square switches. Our door hardware is going to be square and black and flat. Our fixtures are black, not square, unfortunately. We couldn't find any. We're going to cook some smash burgers for dinner. I got some tots going in the oven here, playing with this new oven. Natalie baked some pumpkin bread yesterday in the oven and it made it smell really good in here. Better than drying paint. So it's all good. We're making progress slowly but surely. So we're back here on the east wall this morning. I've got my box mounted for our light that's going here, the fixture. And the wire, has come from the switch that's inside, obviously. I've siliconed it on the back side. This is a sealed outdoor box that has these tabs that I've screwed onto the panel here to hold it. And then I've got 2 pieces of wood here that's going to go over it. So I've cut the ears out, so this piece will go flush against the wall, and then this piece goes over it, and this is what we're going to mount the lamp to. So I'm going to be nailing this up here and then painting it, getting all the edges painted. So that's kind of what I got to do right now. Is I kind of wanted to start back here because it's sunny, the paint will dry fast. And then I'm going to move to the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to get these pieces up and painted so that they start drying. And I've already got 2 of them that I did yesterday, so I can start mounting lights on the other 2 and then let this stuff dry, and I should be able to get all these lights mounted by by lunch, I hope. It's really not that difficult. So now we're on the west side doing the west side ones. And not every one of these box outlets is in the exact center of a panel. This one, in fact, is kind of into one of the battens. So I had to route out this section here and then cut this guy to fit, and then slightly cut this one to fit so that it's flush on this side over here. So I had to cut maybe a 1/4 inch off, which isn't that big a deal, but sometimes you just got to modify it. I think the next one is going to be similar. It's right there kind of on the edge of a batten, but sometimes you got to do a little bit of adjusting to get it to work out. Well, it's dusk, the sunset, and our lights are on. I just put those all in today. And these ones over here are on too. So at least we're going to have a little bit of light in our yard now. And oh man, I like these lights, they're cool. Anyway, we had a gorgeous sunset tonight. Not a cloud in the sky. Lots of work, but I really like these lights. I think they look fantastic. I think they make us look like a carriage house now instead of a barn. But nonetheless, love them. Love them. Anyway, y'all have a good night. That was very southern of me.
Ahora, métete un poquito así como esquineado. Vamos.
Pégase. Pégase, pégase.
¿Quiere bajar su cara?
Muebles. Well, look what we've got. Our countertops got installed this morning, and they're gorgeous. Look at this granite. Very nice colors and a little bit of a pattern there. And it matches our cabinets wonderfully, and even our wall color great. And so I've gotten our water working here. Water's good. Hot water is good. I'm kind of excited. We're finally getting someplace here. Our power underneath the sink to our garbage disposal and our dishwasher hasn't been hooked up to the panel yet. So I'm just plugged in the dishwasher, really just a sec to make sure we don't have any leaks and everything is good. So I'm just running a blank cycle there. We actually need to go to the store and get some dishwasher soap. It's been a couple years since we've done that. And our coffee bar over here. So we're gonna put all of our coffee stuff here. Get this stuff out of the way. But this is the coffee bar. Microwave is gonna go up here. Haven't bought one yet. But that's kind of the kitchen right there. It all looks gorgeous. I got a garbage disposal installed here. We got a pan underneath there just to catch anything so I can see if we got any leaks or anything. So that's part of the process here, is figuring it out. And I don't know that you can hear this dishwasher. It's pretty quiet. Like the lights, I don't like the light bulbs. I think they're too yellow, too soft white. We need to be a little bit brighter white. And then we've got lights above us. I think it's this switch. Nope. Nope. That switch. So we got 4 lights, 2, 3, 4 lights here in the kitchen kind of bay. That's about it. Hot water is working. That thing is humming right along. It sounds just like a refrigerator. So I built a stand for the hot water heater, 65 gallon. hot water heater. We've got our filters in place. We got our expansion tank in place. I haven't yet put my drains for my relief valve and things. And I'm gonna insulate all this stuff too. I got that insulation sitting here on the floor. So we'll get that all covered up so that it's insulated. But the darn thing has got a nice display up there. And when it's running, it's pushing out cold air out of this here outlet. So it's sucking all the heat out of the living space or the garage space. You can walk by it here and you can get a little draft of cool air. So I'm not sure how that's going to work in the dead of winter. But I also think we're not going to be freezing in here. So we'll see how that works out. But anyway, here's where we're at. We're closing in on getting this thing done. So we'll check in with you guys tomorrow.